When I think of Matt Kenseth, I don't think of a Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota. In fact, I think of a 03 Winston Cup champion and a two-time Daytona 500 winner. Here is Matt Kenseth's 2009 DEWALT Ford Fusion. Howdy, howdy folks, it's Diecastbuffet here again with a awesome 2009 Matt Kenseth diecast. I tell you what, this cat won the Daytona 500 in 2009, and this was produced before the race, of course, and they did a commemorative deal for all the Daytona 500 cars. At least that's what I think it was, because obviously they did the whole Daytona 500 wave and packaging for pretty much all the main primary drivers. I gotta say, this whole packaging reminds me so much of the Greenlight IndyCar stuff, and it is absolutely fantastic. And this cat won the rain-shortened Daytona 500 in 09, and as you know, we do every Saturday, we do the Winner's Circle diecast reviews, and I decided, well, it's time to do an old Roush Couture. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get this 2009 DEWALT Ford Fusion for Matt Kenseth out of the box. Alrighty folks, brand new out of the box, and wow, this is a nostalgic paint scheme. I mean, who can forget the old school number 17 font with the yellow, the black, and a little bit of silver? Matt Kenseth in 2009 won his first of two Daytona 500s for Roush Fenway Racing. I tell you what, man, it was not the most, epicness type of way to win a Daytona 500, but just like, Michael Waltrip did in 03, it was ended under rain. It was ended early, and luckily he went back in 2012 and won another 500. But I gotta say, I needed this car in my collection. And why? Well, I want to collect every COT. That's something I've wanted to do since, like, 2013, right? But I also want to collect every car that won the Daytona 500. So every year I like to collect the paint scheme that was ran in the Daytona 500. Of course, Kenseth winning in the DEWALT colors is pretty nostalgic and, in my opinion, iconic because, if you look through all the paint schemes and all the sponsors of the 2000s, there's a handful of them that really stand out. As the yellow on this is very, very interesting how it changes. Obviously, DEWALT's a huge sponsor of the 2000s. Home Depot, Lowe's, DuPont. I mean, heck, you can even throw probably Altel out there. I mean, so many iconic paint schemes. So you got DEWALT there. You got USG, sheetrock and all that good jazz right there. Go over here to the front fascia. And I just love COTs. Look at the level of detail. You see a little, silver stripe there? That's just not a plain stripe. That's a textured stripe. Think of it like a seatbelt, right? With, a little bit of a fiber look to it. You can kind of see that pattern. Very, very sharp. Got the Fusion front grille right there. Got the 17. Got the Roush Fenway logo. You got Goodyear Gatorback belt. Clavite Comp. Got Edelbrock Sunoco. Fusion. Beautiful. And look how sharply painted the splitter is, right? They put the decals, obviously the car is shot with yellow, but they put the decals above it, and it just gives you that sharp racing line. Absolutely stunning. And this was the last season of the full-time COT, as in 2010 they ended it pretty early with the wing and splitter combination. I mean, they still had the splitter, but the wing they changed. In 2011 they went away with this style splitter. Of course, go here to the left side of the car. Got a very tiny Matt Kenseth signature. Got Ford, USG, Valvoline. Got Kraft. I didn't even know they were still on Roush cars in 2009. That's quite interesting. You got Kraft right there. You got DEWALT, Carhartt. A little bit of a decal oopsie there as well on the tip of the winglets. You got RL Carriers. I think I actually have his 2008 RL Carrier diecast. Got the City Financial logo. Got Sherwin-Williams. Got Champion right there. Got NASCAR race car. And the yellow keeps transitioning on this camera, which is quite interesting. So I'm trying to reduce that as best as I can. Got NASCAR Sprint Cup Series number 17. Mechanics Wear. Got a bullet hole right there on the Holly logo. DirecTV, USG, 3M, Dow Chemical, Autometer, EA Sports. Yeah, of course, 2009 was the lone year we didn't get a racing game for NASCAR. We didn't get a video game, unfortunately, because they were in transition between EA and eTechnics. Mac Tools, Jags, Kanan, Jessel, Denso, and Stantz. Got the Goodyear right there. Beautiful paint scheme. I mean, I can remember racing the 2008 car on NASCAR '09, and it was just a modern looking paint scheme. And of course, this cat, I remember, 2009, I didn't watch NASCAR, but I was a gigantic NASCAR fan, collecting the diecasts. Of course, in 2009, I didn't get in, I had one COT when this car was made. I had the Dale Jr. 2008 because my local store quit carrying the COTs around 2008. So when they transitioned to the COT era, my store just pretty much quit carrying diecast. I think it was actually 2007 or 2006 when that happened. And I think I got that one COT out of town or whatnot. But anyways, I got the DEWALT logo there. It's like a construction banner, like a saw blade. Whatever it is, it's very wonky jaw, unfortunately. I like that blue Ford logo, very sharp. Got the number 17. Got a little bit of a paint chip right there. I like how the spoiler is all painted black. Very nice. I miss the COT era, man. I love these freaking diecasts. And it's crazy to think that in 2013, these cats, I'm telling you, people were selling these cars. I couldn't get rid of them fast enough. They're like, I'm talking back then, they had lots. Like, you could get 10, 20 COTs for like maybe, I don't know, $10, $15, whatever it was. Like, they were just selling them. And I'm talking good pieces. And nowadays, everyone's like, it's so difficult to get COT diecast nowadays at an affordable price because everyone's price gouging them. All the dealers don't have these cars anymore. Unless it's like a local, dealer that not a lot of people know about. Unfortunately, the individuals, the consumers now have these cars, and they've driven up the value incredibly. So I was very fortunate. I thank God for it that I was able to start collecting it when no one else was truly invested in it. Go over here to the roof of the car. I got the number 17, and I that is just iconic, man. Yellow roof, black and white 17. That's iconic, man. That's 2000s NASCAR. And you can just see how the yellow is reflecting on the camera, which is really weird because generally when I lock in my focus here, it keeps it at a distinct shade. But what I'm detecting is that the shade is altering as I'm moving, which is really weird. I wish it didn't do that, but that's okay. So over here on the deck lid, of course, you have the DEWALT logo. It's a little bit, I guess a little off-center, but you got a little bit of a decal smudge or something there. But I tell you what, man, this diecast is fantastic, but it also comes with an accessory. And of course, if you are familiar with the Winter Circle line back in yesteryear, yes, you got hoods like you do in NASCAR Authentics, but you don't have to glue any magnets to it. You could literally just put this right on your refrigerator, right on your metal shelf, whatever it may be. 51st Annual Daytona 500, the Great American Race, February 15th, 2009. And back to my point earlier, I remember, I think I was 9 years old? Yeah, 9 years old when this race was around. I remember walking around my living room, and I think it was like ESPN, and it talked about on the screen, it was like, Daytona 500 ends early, Matt Kenseth wins, or something. I didn't watch NASCAR. I was more into the video games and diecast. It wasn't until, 2010, 2011 where I really started watching it. But it's crazy how we just remember just odd things. Anyways, folks, thank y'all so much for watching the video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what y'all think about this Matt Kenseth diecast. I think this thing is just incredible. And it's beyond time that we get a Matt Kenseth DEWALT throwback. You cannot tell me the cats over at Roush Fenway Racing are too salty to do a throwback to this cat. I'm just saying, a Matt Kenseth DEWALT car. They're still sponsored by DEWALT, believe it or not. Last year, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the 17 car had DEWALT logos on his patriotic car. So they still have an affiliation with it. They didn't burn bridges. So it is still possible for this combination to happen again. And I hope to God it happens soon. Anyways, folks, hope you're having a great day out there. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And, of course, turn that notification bell on so you don't miss any of our new uploads, NASCAR diecast reviews, any of that good jazz. Anyways, folks, hope you have an amazing day out there. Like, comment, subscribe. Diecastbuffet signing off.